What do you do when you've already reached the top of your game? When you're a champion? Well, most people would try to stay there. But we're about to dive into the story of a soccer captain who did the exact opposite. We're talking about Hotaru Yamaguchi, a J1 League champion whose next move absolutely shocked the world of Japanese soccer.
You know that feeling, right? You're watching a game from another country. The crowd is going wild, and you just know there's a whole other layer of drama, of culture that you're missing out on. Well, that's exactly the gap we're going to bridge today.
So here's how we'll break it down. First, we'll get you up to speed on some Japanese soccer lingo. Then, we'll get into the captain's insane challenge, see the Yamaguchi effect in action, talk about the ultimate goal of promotion, and finish up by thinking about what a legacy really means.
All right, first things first, let's get a few key terms down so you can really appreciate just how big of a deal this story is.
First up, you're going to see MF a lot. That stands for midfielder. These are the players who connect the whole team, kind of like the engine room. And our main guy, Yamaguchi, he's a world-class MF.
Next, DF. Simple enough, that's for defender. Their job is to shut down the other team's attack. And GK, as you guessed it, the goalkeeper. Okay, got the positions? Good. Now for the concept that is the absolute key to this whole story.
Okay, this slide is everything. Think of it like this. The J1 League, that's the big time. It's the top of the mountain where the champions are crowned. And then there's the J2 League. It's the division right below, and it is a brutal, scrappy fight where every single team is clawing their way to get promoted into J1. Here's the crucial part. Star players do not go from J1 down to J2. It just doesn't happen. And that is exactly where our story gets interesting.
So now that you know the rules of the road, let's get to the man who decided to break them. Let's talk about the captain and his unbelievable choice.
So picture this. It's late 2024. Hotaru Yamaguchi is 34 years old, and he's the captain of Vissel Kobe, the reigning J1 champions. They are literally the best team in the country, and he announces he's transferring. Not to another big club. No, he's going down a division to a J2 team called V-Varen Nagasaki. I mean, it was a bombshell. Why on earth would a champion give up his crown to go fight in a lower league?
Well, Yamaguchi answered it himself. He said, "I was moved by the club's passion and their vision to get to J1. See, for him, it wasn't about defending a title he'd already won. It was about finding a new fire, a new hunger. V-Varen Nagasaki made him feel essential, and he was drawn to that raw desire to build something from the ground up and lead them to the top. And man, his journey with this new club, it was a total roller coaster, right from the start. He came out of the gate absolutely on fire. But then, disaster strikes. An injury puts him on the sidelines for 6 crucial games. And what happens when he's gone? The team just completely falls apart. But his return? Well, that's when everything changed.
And when I say everything changed, I'm not being dramatic. We can actually see his impact in black and white. This isn't just about feelings or passion. The numbers tell a story that is just, well, incredible. Just look at this. It is night and day. Those 6 games the team played without him, 0 wins, 2 draws, 4 losses. I mean, they were in a total free fall. Now, look at the 11 games with him back on the field. 6 wins, 4 draws, and only 1 loss. The data is undeniable. He's not just another player. He is their wild card for promotion. And his impact isn't just defensive. By the middle of the season, he had also racked up 3 assists. That tells you he's the one starting the attacks, the creative spark that the team was so desperately missing.
So his value is crystal clear. But what is the actual end game here? What is the ultimate mission? Because believe me, it is way bigger than just winning the next match.
His mission has a few different layers. The primary goal, obviously, is to get V-Varen Nagasaki promoted into the J1 League. That's the whole point. But he's also there to be the team's mental rock, its spiritual leader. He's a mentor for the younger players on the squad. But the biggest hurdle, the one thing that could derail this entire fairy tale story, is his own body. Staying fit and avoiding another injury, that is absolutely everything. You know, a story like Yamaguchi's, it really forces you to think differently about what success even means. Not just in sports, but in life. It makes you wonder what a legacy is really all about. once you look past the shiny trophies.
I mean, really think about it. Hotaru Yamaguchi had already won the biggest prize in Japanese soccer. He could have just stayed put, collected a few more medals. But he chose the harder path. He chose a challenge that meant something to him. So it leaves us with this final thought. What truly defines a great career? Is it the trophies you win, or is it the challenges you're brave enough to choose?